Game time is set down for 11:30. We're 5 minutes away from the first pitch. Let's go through some lineups for today. Mayfield Boomerangs first to bat here, and the Toronto Tigers out on the field. We have Shea Booth leading off. He is at shortstop, Lachlan Smith at centre, Joseph Mitchell at 4 at second base, Matthew Hudson at first base, Elijah Ansell behind the dish, Daniel Wild at right field, Jacob Smider in left, Adam Lennon at third base, and the DH for Toronto is Benny Frost. Just minutes away here from first pitch. All right, Ty comes up to bat here for Boomerangs in the top of the first. All right, and here we have first pitch. 2024 grand final here. Pops one over for strike one. Ball must have been just up. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ball in the air on the left side. It's going to be a foul ball. One ball, 2 strikes. Oh, and a nice swing there. Sawn off, and it is a 1-3 for the first out. Scott Anderson up to the plate here for Boomerangs. Ball 1. Ball up and in for ball 2. Swing and a miss on an off-speed pitch there. 2 balls and 1 strike. Swing and a miss for strike 2. And then with some great location on that pitch. Sawn off again. We have a little sawn off piece over into left field for a base hit to 7 for Scott Anderson. One out here in the top of the first. Tim Voigt up to bat. Voigt won quite a few awards yesterday in the 3rd grade grand final. Ball 1, and this one's going to get back to the net. Runner on second with 1 out. Ball 2. Boomerangs looking to get off to a good start here with a runner at second. One called ball. Ball 4. Runner at first and second now with 1 out. Dylan Bartlett up to bat now for Boomerangs. Shapes around a bunt, ball in the dirt, runners go back. Great block there by Elijah Ansell behind the plate for the Tigers. One ball here. Up and in for ball 2 and a throw back to second base. A foul ball and one back to the screen. If you're listening at home, let us know what club you're involved with and where you're listening from. Love to see where everybody is watching in from. That one's up. Good pitch to hit here. And this ball up into centre field, and it's up over his head, got up into the wind. And we're going to have runners the plate. And nobody there at 3. Boomerangs score here in the top of the first. So he's quite a fair bit of wind here today, and that ball got up into the wind and got away from the centre fielder. And now Boomerangs take a 1-0 lead here in the top of the first with only one out, runners at third and second. Ball 1, and that's low. Jackson Bartlett up to bat now here for Boomerangs. In a great situation for hitting. Ball 2, that one's up. Swing and a miss for strike 1. 2 balls and 1 strike here. Jackson Pico. Great pitch just off the plate there. Another great pitch by Ebony Vananda, and that is strike 2. We have a full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. We have a play out to third, and he's going to take the out at first base. And they've doubled him up. Matthew Hudson makes the play. And that run does score. And thanks to some of our sponsors here today, Red Stitches Baseball and Softball, supporting Newcastle Baseball and proud sponsors of today's stream. We're back here at the bottom of the first. Shea Booth leading off, the shortstop for the Tigers. A swing and a miss for strike one. Pushes one on the left side, and that is foul. And strike two straight up here for Booth. Ball one just up. Here we have our first out today, a ground ball. One out here in the bottom of the first. Shows sign of bunt, and Timmy Voigt gets one over for strike one. Lachlan Smith now at bat for the Toronto Tigers. Ball two, that one gets away from the catcher and back to the screen. Well, here we have a shot into centre field. Lachlan Smith gets on, rounds first, but holds at first base for the Tigers. First runner of the game. Joey Mitchell up to bat for the Tigers. Runner on first with one out. Ball one up. One ball here to Mitchell, taking his time, getting some signs. Ball two, just up. Umpire Sullivan been pretty consistent with that high pitch so far today. Ball three. Boomerangs pitcher and catcher not real impressed with that call. 3 balls now on Joey Mitchell. Pick off attempt to first base, back in time. Gets one over for strike one, 3 balls and 1 strike. Runner got a good lead over at first. And he's gone. And on the swing, it is strike 2, runner steals. We now have a runner on second base with 1 out. We have a full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes here on Joey Mitchell. And the pitch called strike 3. Mitchell not happy with that. Saying it actually hit him on the hand, and Brian's calling that is in the strike zone for strike 3. All right, we have 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Matthew Hudson up with a runner at second base. Strike 1 called on Hudson. Ball 1 just outside. Tigers are looking to convert this run early. Boomerangs scoring 2 in the top of the first. Wind's playing havoc out there. The shortstop lost his hat. Pitcher Voigt steps off. Gives him time to go back and collect his hat. It is blowing a gale out here today at Belmont. Different day to the finals yesterday at Toronto. Foul ball back to the screen there for Hudson. That one goes behind the hitter. The runner goes to 3. We're going to have the runner at third base with 2 out. Two balls, 2 strikes here for Hudson. And a foul tip, strike 3, and that makes it strike 3. All right, the Tigers are trailing 2 runs to Boomerangs. 2 runs to 0. Another one of the sponsors today, Totally Workwear. Big thank you from Newcastle Baseball for sponsoring today's live stream. we move into the top of the seconds. And leading off for Boomerangs, Hamish Gleeson. Boomerangs leading 2-0, and thanks to those in the comments on our YouTube channel, Tim Hudson, Andrew Gorick, and the Extra Base podcast. Thanks for tuning in. And that is ball one. Called strike, 1 ball, 1 strike. Here we have a play, goes through third base, and we have a runner at first base. Not sure how the scorer scored that one. It was a hard hit ball. Runner at first now. Foul ball. That one's back out of play. Almost landed on the barbecue. If you are over at Belmont, make sure you go out and support the local club, Belmont Baseball Club. They have got a fantastic canteen on offer here today. Here we are, doubled up, a line drive to shortstop, and Shea Booth makes the play at first base, and it is a double. Banana gets one over for strike one. Jake Basilos up to bat now. Ooh, swing, and is a foul. Strike two. Called strike three there on Jake Bassos, and that ends the inning for Boomerangs. Boomerangs don't score there in the top of the second, and the score is 2-0. And thanks to one of our other sponsors, Pettigrew Funerals, another sponsor of the NBA for this weekend's live broadcast. Yeah, strike one called there on Elijah Ansell. And ball one inside, 1 ball and 1 strike on Ansell. Umpire Brian Sullivan asked to get the music turned off. Always wondered if it would make baseball a lot more enjoyable with a bit of music. Umpire Sullivan doesn't think so. And that one's just a bit outside. Yeah, 2 balls and 1 strike here on Ansell. And a pop up here on the left side into left field. And he makes that catch. Jake Bessos with a great grab there, up into the wind. And that is out one. Daniel Wild up to bat for the Tigers here with 1 out. And ball 1. Called ball. That is ball 2 here on Dan Wild. And a curveball up and out for ball 3. And that one gets away, ball 4. And 1 out with a runner on first here for the Tigers in the bottom of the second. Up to bat now, Jacob Smotter, Tigers left fielder. And Voigt gets one over for strike 1. Ball 1 up and a play over at first base, not in time, and that one's called safe. Runner's got a good jump over there at first, and that's a called strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And the runner goes. Play at second, not in time. And safe called. Mark Dunlevy in the comments. The Tigers look like their NRL namesake. Well, these Tigers are in the grand final. The other NRL Tigers had it 3 goes at the spoon. So I think not. And that one fouled off. And that one up and in. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here with a runner at 2. Great pitch there, and that one's popped up on the right side. And first baseman comes over and picks that one up. Josh Cooper there with that play. Two outs now with a runner at 2. Adam Lennon to the plate for the Tigers, looking to knock one in. And that one's ball 1. Gets one over for strike 1. We have a play at third base. Third base has bobbled the ball and there's no play there. The Tigers now have runners at first and second. First and second occupied with 2 out, and we have the Tigers DH Benny Frost up to the plate. Benny had a great day in 3rd grade yesterday with 3 hits. Let's see what he can do here for the Tigers today. And that one's up, and ball 1. Voigt not happy with the calls on these high pitches. Ball 2. Pick-off attempt at second base. We have a foul ball out of play. And the catcher was calling lots of room. That one did get out of play. And a curveball misses on the corner there. Good pitch there by Voigt. Oh, and that one fouled back to the fence. And a great pitch for strike 3 on the corner. And that is the third out. And Boomerangs lead 2 runs to 0. Going to the top of the third, Boomerangs leading 2 runs to 0. And leading off for Boomerangs, we have Colin Metcalf. And a curveball to lead us off, and that one's in the dirt for ball 1. Ball 2. And ball 3. And a called strike 1, 3 balls and 1 strike. Now on Metcalf. Ball 4. So both pitchers not liking this high called zone here today. We got Ty up to bat for his second at bat for the game. In the comments, Mark Dunlevy, I can tell you Big Stocko is not warming up. He's having a rest here. Pick-off attempt at first, and he is safe. Oh, and Ty gets hit there. Now have a runner at first and second. Scott Anderson up to bat. I could tell you now if Anderson, any of the Anderson boys were coaching, there will be a bunt put down here. Long hold by pitcher Ebony Banana. And the bunt goes down. It's going to stay fair. And there's no play. And the play at the plate. and he's called out. So there was no play at first. Runner stays at first. It was a great bunt, no cover from the second baseman, and then we had the runner round third and come home, and Elijah Ansell makes a great play at the plate for out number one. Tim Voigt up to bat here for Boomers. We have a runner at third and first with one out. That one gets back away from the catcher, and there is a runner in to score. And Boomerangs now lead 3-0. And that one's ball low. And a play here, it is straight up to the shortstop, up into the wind, and Shea Booth makes that play. That's the second out now for Boomers with a runner at second base. 1 run scored this inning. Boomerangs leading 3-0. Ball one up and in. Dylan Bartlett up for Boomers. Had a safe hit to centre field last at bat. And gets that one over for strike one. A play here at second base, not in time. Ansell throws one down. Shea Booth doesn't get a tag on in time. A play to shortstop here. Shea Booth makes a play at first, and that is out number 3. Boomerangs now lead 3 runs.